Hello everyone, welcome to Vaishai's YouTube channel and to the series of CSAT Quantitative Aptitude topic-wise previous year questions. We are done with averages and uh, number system in the last class, and we are going to do the percentages in today's video. So we'll be doing all the previous year questions of CSAT paper, that is part paper B of prelims. So let's solve the questions today. So percentages is very important for the CSAT paper 2. So this is very important because there are some topics which are linked to this percentages chapter, like we can solve the age problems, botine streams problems, and many other average problems from percentages concepts as well. So you need percentages concepts very well. You need to be thorough with them, and there are direct 2 or 3 questions will be percentages itself. So directly and indirectly also it will help you a lot in the exam, not only in UPSC, in any other exam also it will be very useful. So let's solve the questions. Question number A. In a town, 45% population read magazines A, 55% read magazine B, 40% read magazine C, 30% read magazines A and B, 15% read magazine B and C, 25% read magazines A and C, 10% read all the 3 magazines. So there are 3 magazines A, B and C. So it can be represented. So they are asking what is the percentage that do not read any magazine. So we should find out how many people, how much percentage will read all the 3. Then from that we can get how many doesn't read any 3. So formula for this is n of A union B union C can be written as n of A plus n of B plus n of C minus n of A intersection B minus n of B intersection C minus n of C intersection A plus n of A intersection B intersection C. So if we substitute values in them, okay, let's substitute the value. So n of A is nothing but 45%, n of B is 55%, n of C is 40%, n of A intersection B is 30%, n of B intersection C is 15%, n of C intersection A is 25%, and we have to add n of A intersection B intersection C, that is 10. So if we calculate this, we'll get 80%. So 80% people read all the 3 magazines in the 100%. So 100 minus 80 won't read any magazine, that is 20% people doesn't read any magazine. So option for this question is option number D. Question number 2 for today. In a test, a candidate attempted only 8 questions and secured 50% marks in each of the questions. If he obtained a total of 40% and in the test and all questions in the test carried equal marks, how many questions were there in the test? So for the convenience sake, let's take each question carries 100 marks and he attempted 8 questions, so 18 into 100, 800 marks here. So he has attempted the paper for 800 marks, but he has scored 50% of the total marks. So 800 into 50% is 1 by 2, that is 400. So he has scored just 400 marks. So in the 400, this 400 marks is nothing but they gave this 400 marks is the 40% of the total. 40% of the total. Let's take x as the total. So when you calculate this, we will get total as 1000. So for each question there is 100 marks. This is the each question which carries 100 marks. So 1000 by 100 is the number of questions, that is 10 questions are there in the paper. So 10 is the answer. Question number 3. Candidates in a competitive examination consisted of 60% men and 40% women. 70% men and 75% women cleared the qualifying test and entered the final test, where 80% men and 70% women were unsuccessful. Which of the following statements is correct? So they have given some conditions. Let's write them in an order. Okay. Let's take total as 100. Okay. In the total 100, male are 60. and the female are 40, because they said 60% and 40%. For the convenience sake, we have taken all the persons as 100. And in the qualifying test, 70% of 60, that is 42 people have qualified from the male side. And in the qualifying test of female, they have given 75%. So 75% of 40 is nothing but 30 people. And in the final phase, okay, 80% of the total, so 80% of 42 is nothing but 33.6%, that is 33.6 members. In the female, they gave 70%, so 70% of 30 is 21%. So let's check the options now. In the option A, they gave success rate is higher for women. So success rate, let's see overall success rate now. Overall success rate is so total success rate is 33.6 by, so 336 by 10 into, so for 60%, 1 by 60 into 100. So total is 56 over here. Okay. And coming to here, 21 into 1 by 40 into 100, that is 52.5. So the success rate of men is higher than the women. So option A can be eliminated. Overall success rate is below 50%. No, it is not below 50%. It is above 50%. More men clear the exam than the women. Yes, more men clear the exam than the women. So option C can be correct for this question. So option C is correct for this question. Okay. More men clear the exam than women. Question number 4. There is an order of 19,000 quantity of a particular product from a customer. The firm produces 1,000 quantity of that product per day, out of which 5% are unfit for a sale. In how many days will the order be complete? So total order was, okay, let's take the total, write the data. Total order was 19,000. Okay, they gave total order. Per one day, 1,000 units are produced. 1,000 units of the quantity are produced. So 5% are unfit. So 95% of this 1,000 are fit for the sale. So 95% of the 1,000 is 95 products are 950 products are fit for the sale. So 950 products can be sold in X days, so that the product the total quantity of sale becomes 19,000 as they give. So X value, if we solve 19,000 by 950 is 20 days. So 20 days are needed to complete for the manufacture and the completion of sale of this 19,000 products. So 20 days, that is option C is correct for the question number 4. Question number 5. Anita's mathematics test had 70 problems carrying equal marks, that is 10 arithmetic, 30 algebra and 30 geometry. So let us write the data. So mathematics is equal to 10, algebra is 30, geometry is 30. So they gave that although she answered 70% of the arithmetic. So for how many she answered? 70% of 10 is nothing but 7. So she answered the 7. 40% of the algebra, 40% of 30 is 12, and 60% of the geometry problem, 60% of 30 is 18. So she answered total 37 questions. Okay, 7 plus 12 plus 18 is 37. For 70 questions she answered 37. Okay. She did not pass the test because she got less than 60%. The number of more questions she would have to answer correctly in order to pass the test. So pass marks is 60%. So total questions are 70. So 70 questions is nothing but 70 into 60 by 100 is the pass mark. That is 42 questions. So but she attempted 37 questions. So she need to attempt 42 minus 37 questions more. That is 5 questions she need to attempt more in order to pass the exam. So 5 is the answer for this question number 5. Question number 6. The monthly average salary paid to all the employees of a company was rupees 5,000. The total average salary paid to male and female employees are 5200 and rupees 4200 respectively. Then the percentage of male employed in company are. So let's write the data. So let's take number of male members as X. Let's take number of female members as Y. So if the average is 5200 and average of men's salary is 4200, the total of salary will become 5200 into X plus 4200 into Y. That is, the total average salary is 5000. I'm writing directly the equation because I have already told you this concepts in the averages part. So I'm writing directly. So if you solve them, the answer will be 200x equal to 800y. So x is to y is nothing but 4 is to 1. You will get x is to y as 4 is to 1. So if you take the percentage of x, so x value is 4 here. So total is 4 plus 1, that is 5. So into 100, that is 80%. 80% is the males employed in the company. So 80% is the answer for question number 6. Question number 7. Two numbers x and y are respectively 20% and 28% less than the third number z. By what percentage is the number y less than the x? So let's take, for the convenience sake, the third number as 100, so that the calculation will be easier. So number z as 100. So x is 20% less than z, so x will become 80, and y is 28% less than the 100, so that is 72. So they are asking by what percentage is the number y less than the x. So x minus y by x into 100 is the percentage y is less than the x. So x minus y is nothing but 8, x is 80 into 100. So answer becomes 10%. Okay, so 10 is the answer for this question. Option number 3 is correct for the question. Question number 8. P is equal to 40% of A plus 65% of B. Q is equal to 50% of A plus 50% of B, where A is greater than B. In the context, which of the following statements is correct? P is greater than Q, Q is greater than P, P is equal to Q. None of the above can be concluded from the given data. So if you calculate this sum, if you take A and values as somewhere like they gave A is greater than B, so if you take A value as for suppose 200, let's take A value as 200 and B value as 100, because they gave A is greater than B. Let's substitute now. P is equal to 40% of A, that is 40% of A is nothing but 80, okay, plus 65% of B, that is 65. Then the resultant will be 8 plus 6 is 145. So P's value is 145. Coming to Q, 50% of A is 100 plus 50% of B is 50, that is 150. So if you take A as 100 and B as A as 200 and B as 100, the resultant value is Q is less than P, that is Q is greater than P. So we have got the second condition as true. Let's take another number now. So if you take A's value as 150 and B's value as 100, let's solve the question now. 40% of A is 40% of 150 is 60, 15 for 60s. So plus 65% of B, that is 65. So that is answer is 125. Q is nothing but 50% of A, that is 75 plus 50% of B, that is 50, that is 125. So in this case both are becoming equal. Okay, we are getting P is equal to Q. In the first case we got Q is greater than P. So if you take another number, we will get P is greater than Q some cases. So we cannot determine which is the correct one through the given data. So some more data should be given in order to answer which is correct from ABC. So option D, none of the above can be concluded, is correct for the question number 8. Question number So last question for the day. A student has to get 40% marks to pass in an examination. Suppose he gets 30 marks and fails by 30 marks. What are the maximum marks in an examination? For example, they gave that, it's not example, the data they gave is he got 30 marks. If he get more 30 marks, that is 30 plus 30 60, he would have passed the examination. So this 60 is nothing but 40% marks. So 40% is the pass mark, so 60 is the 40%. So we have to calculate what is the 100%. So they're asking how many marks are there for 100%. So if you calculate this, 60 into 100, 6000 by 40, it is nothing but 150. So for the 150 marks the test is, so 150 is the correct answer for question number 9. So answer is C, that is 150. So that is it for today's video. I hope so you have enjoyed the calculation and solving the problems. So let's meet with another video in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye bye.